today I'm working on this U30C. This is what I'm working on for myself today. And this one, I looked at it before, it's in great shape. All it needs is a good clean. So that's what I'll be doing with you guys today. Beautiful. It is exactly the way it came out from the factory with the Rapido couplers, which I don't mind. And they're attached to the trucks, just like it's supposed to be. So it looks great, probably runs great too, but I'm still gonna go inside and clean it up again. It's hardly even dusty, but I'm still gonna clean it. Now these have tabs that you can use to help remove the body. So you just get under this tab and it will help you to lift up the frame. I'll go from the other side here. This is for the handbrake, this part. Some of the details, I guess you could go and redo this detail from in N scale. I suppose you could make a small chain and put it there. But I'm very happy with the level of detail that Carlo put on them. So to remove the trucks, you have to remove this. You have to remove the headlights. I don't think it's been played with too much, this one. It looks like it's in really great shape. And gas tank. And if I just wanted to clean the wheels, I would get the, I would just loosen up these screws. I wouldn't have to take them out all the way. Just to get them loose would be enough to remove the trucks. And I could clean my wheels. The order, the direction at which the trucks go, they don't have an arrow, but it's obvious because of the coupler. The coupler goes on the outside. So contact strips, they'll probably fall out anyways as I work. And then I can remove the rest of the screws. We'll have a look inside. So you could use, I'm being a little bit messy today, but you could use the case to put your parts in. This one, you know what? I'll have a look. I think it would still have the instructions in the box. Wouldn't that be sweet? And then you can remove the two frame halves. There we go. Don't lose these insulators here, you need them. But that looks like $1,000,000. I don't think it's been played with too much. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of lubrication. You don't need much, just a drop. So I put a drop here. And there. And that's all you need. At this point, I'm gonna just wash the shell. I'm gonna wash this under my tap with some soap and water. Be careful not to use the small parts like the horn. So while my shell is drying, I'm going to work on cleaning the wheels. So these look great actually. So to remove the side frames, I just pry very gently from under here. So there's one hair there. So that is going to be removed. So I just pry very gently. So I go back and forth, front and back. The Rapido couplers, they don't bug me too much. I actually have half my freight cars with rapidos and half my freight cars with micro trains. So I have conversion cars which have half one end with micro trains and the other half with rapidos. There, that hair's got to go. I feel much better now. So the wheels are interchangeable. And then you're left with the gearbox here. And that gearbox, that goes under the tap. Still pretty clean to begin with. And so do the side frames. Side frames go under the tap. See, now this is so much better. Squeaky clean. That's what you want to have. Everything like that, squeaky clean. And the wheels, I like to come in there with my rag and clean them with my nail and my rag, just to make sure they're 100%. They're pretty clean to begin with, but I still want them to be excellent. And I'll still run them under my tap with some soap and with my toothbrush with some soap. Now I can start putting this back together. So we'll start with this. So I'm going to put my wheels back on there. I like to start with the middle one, but they don't really have any particular order. So these just snap in there. And then your contact strips, they go on the little pins there. There's little pins that will hold it together. Make sure the end of the axles are in their proper caps. Very important that my camera would focus. And then it just goes here. Yeah, I like to start with one end and then try to fit them all in there. So make sure you get all your wheels where they're supposed to be. And then you can put the side frames back on. Side frames go on nice and easy. See, I twist this just to make sure everything's right. I'm feeling a little resistance. So that tells me something's not put back together properly. So I'm going to check it off camera because I can't see anything wrong now. It was just not snapped in completely, that's all. So now I check them with my fingers. Runs perfectly. I'm going to do the other side here off camera. Now I'm ready to put everything back together. I'm going to take a look in there just to see if I have the instructions. Ha! They're gone, so it's no big deal. I don't really need them today. Maybe one of my other U30Cs has instructions, but I think I'll be okay without them. So you put the frame halves back together. That wasn't too hard. I have my two retainer nuts here. I didn't move them when I removed the screws. So the screws, I'm not going to tighten them. I'm just going to start them. And just to start them, and then I'll come back after everything's put back together, and I'll tighten them just a little bit more then. But for now I just want to start them, and I'm gonna put my two trucks. Oh no, first I have to put the contact strips. Very important. Here, I'll show you a close up. They go over and under. that's one of my songs that I like, Over and Under It. You can check it out. There's a really cool video on YouTube. It's by Five Finger Death Punch. Very cool song. Now I can put my trucks. Oh, that's not good. I lost one. So I can restart. There, I'll cheat. I'll put my gas tanks first. The gas tank holds them together, and it has a direction. There's a groove here, and there's a cut side here, so that goes with the groove. The gas tank is going to hold my contact strips together, so I won't have that falling off again. But it still allows the frame to move just a little bit. Check that your pins are at the right place here, which they are. It's fantastic. Kato, when they engineered this, they do a good job. They make sure it's gonna run right and for a long time. Now that my trucks are in, I use gravity to keep them in. But I'll also tighten this up now. This is the time for that. You don't have to be very tight. Just not even hand tight. You just have to touch. You don't have to be that tight. So this, I would usually go on my bench and test it to make sure that it runs right. But I'm pretty confident today that this will be running right from the first try, since everything was so good to begin with. I did notice, however, there was a little handrail that was missing from the shell right here. Now, I made a video on how to fix that, but for today I find it's hardly noticeable, and I'm gonna run it like that. That's good enough. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.